All right. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. It's going to be a lot different than what I normally do in a podcast setting. This will not go on Spotify or anything like that. This will just be strictly on YouTube. So this is going to be a reaction video. So what I'm going to be watching is just some random house fire that I clicked on. This one was by Christina Bailey, and it's a house fire on Sunburn Lake. And so I really don't know anything about this, so we're going to go ahead and click on this, watch it. So I'm going to be giving the perspective as I am a driver operator, a chauffeur, some call it. And I'm just going to give you my perspective of what I'm going to be doing as a driver. First off, as you can see, the first thing I'm doing is grabbing that lawnmower and starting to cut down that yard. Look at all that overgrowth. That is insane. That's not been cut at all this year. I'll tell you that right now. I also do lawn care on the side, so that's not going to get this. I mean, it can, but it'll take you 3.5 hours. Go ahead and grab you a 61-inch Skag with a Velocity 2 deck on it. Mow that down. All right, let's go ahead. So obviously, first 3 seconds of the clip right here, we already have fire, visible fire on the Alpha and the Charlie Delta side. So for those of you guys who don't understand what I just said right there, Alpha is the front, or it's whatever is designated by either the first arriving officer or your battalion chief will designate which side as the Alpha side. Then it's, on the left side of the house is the Bravo side. The rear of the house is the Charlie side. And then this side over here is the Delta side. Man, that's good looking. All right, so you already heard the kid in the video say, and I'm going to try not to stop this too many times. You heard the kid say, nobody lives here no more. Well, yeah, but we're not going to just go ahead and not go in because some little kid says there's no one that lives there. But also you can tell that it is not either very well taken care of at all, if not, obviously vacant, just with the outside the way it looks. Nothing's kept up. It looks like trash. You could ask neighbors, hey, does anybody live in the house? No, it's been vacant for 3 to 6 months. Obviously the entire year so far. But still, things I'm looking at as I'm pulling up, where are my hydrants at? That's where I'm thinking. And your size up doesn't start right when you get on scene. Your size up starts once you get that call. You either figure out in your head like, all right, hey, we go heading to a trailer park, or we heading to a neighborhood with some really big homes, or are they smaller homes? Are these mostly 2-story with basements, or are these 1-stories with no basements or on a slab, or do they have a basement? These are the things you got to be thinking of too. And then as you're a driver, hey, I'm going to need to be knowing where my next hydrants are. Where are my last 2 hydrants? Where's my hydrant that I'm going to be using? And where's the one for the guy behind that, just in case ours fails?
They're on their way.
Let's go ahead and park in front of the house. Yeah, honey, it is on fire. I didn't believe you, but holy crap. One life, live it. Thank God for you, brother, in the Jeep. We got PD out here. Hey, I want to confirm with you, you do see the fire, correct? Yes, sir, I see the fire. Oh, that's what I was thinking. That's a big candle right there.
Yeah. Should we leave? Oh, I hear the fire department. Robert's house is on fire. Do you see the smoke? Come on, Robert's house is on fire. Do you hear the fire trucks?
That's a nice truck, though.
It's bad, Mom. It went up so fast. Stay in the house.
All right, here comes our first arriving engine.
There was a kid on the roof, and then the cops were here, and then they just ran away and said the neighbor said that he was the one that started it. Oh my God. I can't get a hold of Robert. I'm gonna try him again.
Better call Robert. Let that man's know.
No, it's
Claim
okay.
that insurance
I'm
right
just
there.
shaking. I called Brian. Brian's coming home. Okay, I'm videoing it with my iPad so you can see.
All right, so let's talk about his placement real quick. Now, this video is not dogging on anybody. I'm not putting anybody down at all. Obviously, I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. I don't know if his officer told him to stop where he wanted him to stop. So this is just things that we can think about for training in the future. And also for me, what I would probably try to do. So for me, I'd pull past the lat house just a little bit more, and I'd come whip that back around. He's probably got a side mount pump. That's what it looks like. He's probably got a side mount pump. It's what it looks like. I don't see any crosswalks or anything. So it's going to be great for him. He's going to be on the side where the fire is at. But I'd pull past just a little bit to where my rear end of the truck would be right here. And that way the next ladder truck can come in, because most likely they're going to be setting up their ladder, and we're going to be doing some defensive operations, because I don't see this being anything you'd save at all. I mean, you'll say the roof's completely gone. Second story's already gone. You're not even having to worry about the first story at all, because things are coming down and collapsing on you.
Okay.
You did hear him hit that prime, though. Now, it's going to suck with that tall grass. It's going to suck with that tall grass is pulling a line in it. I'm not saying that it's just going to make it more difficult, like, oh no, like we can't face tall grass, but just walking in tall grass is not the most fun thing in the world, because first off, you're not even seeing what's in the grass too. Plenty of times that I've go to mow a yard and the grass is that tall. First off, I'm charging the person 4 times the price just for me walking up there. And I'm going to have to walk through and kick everything. And there's so many things you find: baseball bats, large tree stumps, kids' toys. I found a bicycle one time. There's so much crap that's in that yard that you're going to probably be walking on top of and tripping on. So you got to remember. So I like the way he pulled it away from all that crap right there. Because, I mean, you're not going inside right now, but I'm sorry about that. We could be as cool as we want, but, I mean, it'd be kind of stupid. So pulling that away from there, getting away from that surrounding crap, walking in all that trash right there.
Honey, I don't know how it happened. Hi. I'm freaking out. Robert's house is on fire. Robert's house is on fire. The fire department just got here. It's engulfed. I was in my room. I was in bed and I heard an explosion. It sounded like thunder. Lightning hitting close. But then I heard breaking glass, and I went to the window, and it was just smoke pouring out. And a kid who was in front of the house took off. I think it was arson.
So they might have had a Z-load.
Like a kid on the roof.
They might have had a Z-load because the way they kind of just dragging it on and how it just kind of looks like all like a spaghetti mess up there. Now, I'm not saying that it is a spaghetti mess. It just kind of looks like one from this angle over here. It may be perfectly laid out all right over there. I highly doubt it, but we used to use the Z-load, and it's got its pros and cons, mostly cons. I'm not a big fan of it, but we switched to the Minuteman. I'm a huge fan of that. But if whatever hose loads you guys use, please comment down at the bottom and let me know what hose loads you use and what department you're at. Or if you don't want to say your department, you can say like where it's near, like your department's at, like in a like near a large city or something. If you don't want to specifically say, but having to deploy, me being a driver, I'm going to be deploying a few lines. I would prefer to be tossing out. I mean, you can do inch 3/4 with these. I like big water. You know, I'm a big fan of pulling out the 2 1/2. I'm a little bit larger guy, so for me, it's not as bad to control. If I'm advancing it in, it's still really tough. I'm not some big behemoth dude that it's nothing on. But I mean, it's just easier if I'm just holding it there. If we're advancing in, you know, I need to have help, and as long as everybody else does, you know. But for more of these defensive operations, yeah, you can 2 inches 3/4. If it still keeps continuing, it's just a 2-story house. Nothing too crazy. I mean, any fire would be nice for me because I hardly get any.
Of the garage. Some of the neighbors said that kid said he started it, and then one of the first person on the scene, Bear County Sheriff, took off after him. No. I'm just shaking up. I just wanted to go and tell you what's going on.
So also something else to think about is time of day. So we got it during the day. Everyone's out. Not out of the house until you clear it, but everybody's outside. You can start asking questions if someone's nearby. Just, hey, anybody live here? Is anybody inside? Anybody been going in and out? Oh, there was kids on top of the roof. You heard him saying on the recording earlier. Kids on top of the roof. Did the kids leave? Yeah, the kid's over there. Okay. So we know the owner. The owner's not here. Anybody else been in and out? No, it's been locked up. You know, it doesn't clear the whole house, but at least you have somewhat of an idea. Okay, no one's supposed to be in there, but still possibility somebody could be in there. Until you start knocking this crap down, then you kind of move in if they deem it safe for you. But we're the fire department. We go in, bro.
Well, I mean, it was clearly abandoned, you could tell. I know. I'm thinking... No, I don't think so. I don't know. Hope not. I'm videotaping it all right now with my iPad, so.
All right, so he's taking his 5-inch,
I'm videotaping it
and
all
he
right
is
now
running.
with
You
my
got
iPad.
yourself a neighbor right here. Which, hey, you know what? Taxpayer, I mean, you might as well get your hands on that hose, bud. Yeah, I mean, I have recruited a person that was standing by the fire that looked to be in somewhat good shape, and I said, hey, help me grab this 5-inch real quick, bud. And he started dragging it with me, and, you know, they're more than willing to help. Most people are. But I mean, not sitting there. I'm like, hey, you're gonna be opening my hydrant for me. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna give you a toot, and you're gonna be spinning that thing all the way open and the cord turned back. So 5-inch. So he's grabbing and getting it on his own. So that might tell you, hey, look at that engine. 1, 2, 3. That might be telling you how far that next apparatus is coming from, and possibly how long he's been dragging that hose line to his hydrant.
So. I could feel the heat. No, I could feel the heat from my porch where I'm standing. I could feel it went up so fast, Lauren. It went up so fast.
I wonder if it went up so fast.
Get in the house. Get in the house. So I'm glad you made it there. Okay, kids are freaking out again.
Awesome. So they've already knocked down a bunch of that stuff. Let's go with one more. All right. So this will be the last one that we do real quick. So I'm going to be giving you guys the ideas of what I'm going to be doing as the driver, or things to think about as a driver operator or your chauffeur. So here we have a 2-story residence when you got fire showing on the 2nd story. So it's obviously up in the attic and most likely in those bedrooms as well. You have fire. This is the Alpha side. There's your Bravo side over there. Your Charlie side's in the back. Delta side's right here. You have fire showing over on the Bravo side, and then right here on the Alpha side right up here on the 2nd story. Things to think about. Obviously, remember, like we just talked about in the first one, you know, what type of neighborhood are we going into? Is it a trailer park? Is it a mainly 2-story resident neighborhood, or do we have basements in here? Do we have just mostly single stories built in the 60s and 70s, just large floor plans? Is this going to be a setback? Is this going to be a house that's far off the road? Is it going to be something that's pretty short? You know, do we have hydrants aplenty in here? Or do we not have any hydrants at all? Do we need to think about maybe getting a tanker task force sent to us? You know, stuff to think about like that.
Get back, bro. There's gas in there. Get back.
Yeah. All right. So not bad placement, just because these big old trees right here, I don't know what kind of trees, but these big old trees right here, for your ladder that comes pulling up, they're not going to be driving through these trees, so you might as well just, I would have pulled a little bit tiny past, but not terrible just because of that. Oh God, our old engine had these right here, this ladder rack that you come to the back, you press a button, and then, or you go on the side and you press a button and the whole thing comes in like that. Oh, I hated that thing so much. Ooh. All right, again, we're not dogging on people, but here's where his nozzle's at. Here's where that loop is at. Now, he probably had it folded facing to where it would need to be pulled on the other side, but just kind of pulled it over to this side. Not dogging, not trashing him, because that's probably what he was doing, because it was a nozzle that was supposed to be pulled, the hose line that was supposed to be pulled off the other side. For what we do, we have on our cross slays, we have 200-foot 1 3/4. On our top section is a hose line that is need to be pulled off the officer side, and the one that's just beneath that is pulled off the driver side. So if I need to pull it off on the opposite side, I can. This similar issue will end up happening most likely, and it's not the easiest to overcome. You can still do it. I just don't recommend it. Just bring the hose all the way around the truck. But we got to be quick. You know, bread and butter is pulling a hand line, charging that water or charging that line, and then applying water to that fire. That's our bread and butter. We got to be quick, you know. Sounds cool. The whole door just came off the hinges. Sounds awesome. Looks cool. Just don't blow your knee out doing that. As we get older, we got to remember to think smarter and not work only just harder, you know. But I mean, I'm getting older. When I stand up, I hear my bones cracking and stuff. Would I kick a door in? You better believe it. I would. But we also got to remember, like, as we get older, guys, you know, we need to take care of our bodies. We need to be training in the gym. So, looks like your chauffeur right here flaking that line out. Good job. Me as a driver, I'm going to make sure that you guys get that. I help you guys get that line flaked out as fast as possible, and where it's not going to be getting all kinked up. We have the Minuteman, like I talked about earlier. Pretty easy to deploy by yourself. The only thing I usually have to do as a driver is just pull out that last section of 50 foot, just toss that out, kind of give it a good kick, and then I'm ready to get that charged if they are ready for it themselves. Man, that fire looks so cool. Damn right we want to go in, boy.
Hey, they ready to charge? Yeah, sir.
So, a minute from them being on scene, they are charging that line. Not bad. Not bad at all. We could always be faster. We could always be better. But not bad. Not terrible. It could be worse. I've seen a lot worse. Not here judging any guys. We want to always be the best, right? The type A personalities. We always want to do better, be better at all times. So good job on that. So ain't no shame in this game right here. I know I've done it a couple times being in the ride out and also as a backstepper as well. Open up your SCBA inside the truck. Like if you know it's working and they called for it to be a working fire and you see smoke and fire like as you're pulling down the street, go ahead and open that crap up. That's going to be taking 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I know that it's kind of sounds stupid, like, oh, I'll wait till I get to the front door, because we've always trained that way. There's no rhyme or reason why not to just go ahead and do it in the truck. And if you can put your mask on inside the truck, if that's what you want, and if you want to get to work quick, but you got to remember, like, you get tunnel vision when that happens. You can get tunnel vision if that happens. So you got to really focus in on trying to get a bigger picture of everything. So I'd suggest you train on that, get good at it, practice with your crew, go out next shift, put all your gear on, put your SCBA pack on and your mask on, get ready like you're going to a fire, walk out, give your own size up of the house. Now remember, your size up doesn't start at the house. It starts back when the call comes out, right? But now you're getting eyes on it. Get all that stuff ready to go. That way, when you walk up, you can take that other guy's hand line, because they're sitting there putting their gloves on because they're taking their time, right? All right, so things to think about real quick. Do you have a water supply yet? I'm assuming that this is, like I said earlier. Sorry, I got a phone call, so I had to take that real quick. 750 gallon tank. I'm assuming it was a Pierce. It seemed to be similar to what we used to have on our department. I'm going to guess 750 gallons. So you got a little bit of playtime right there. It looked like they had an inch 3/4 line or something close to that. Your next apparatus coming up. Are they getting you water, or are you going to be getting it yourself? Or are you going to be stealing water from somebody else and they're just laying out? So just remember that. And also get another line ready to go for the next crew. I know we talked about that in the last one. And ladders. Sorry about that. Ladders. Just because you're an engine company doesn't mean you don't throw a ladder. You can still throw a ladder up into this window right in here. Easy 28 2-fly or 24 2-fly right up in here. And I'm going to guess that there are windows on the Bravo side of this house. Not similar to these, but I'm going to guess it's about as close. And then as you're kind of walking around a little bit, I did see a little bit of a fence right there. You can break that fence. It's a privacy fence. They're just nailed in. You can break those. I've broken a few of them before. They're kind of fun to break. You just pull from the top and break them down. If they're old and, just chip off, just go ham on it for a minute. It'll be fun too. And then as you're walking around, grab you a spanner wrench. Shut down the gas if it's got a gas line. You heard that guy in the beginning. Man, they got gas in there. Well, go ahead and shut that gas off. You know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, see, there's your privacy fence. You can also use that ladder to get over that privacy fence too. See right here, ain't no harm in getting another line and just, if you have a water supply, ain't no harm in pulling out another line and just hitting this for a minute. Not even a minute, 30 seconds. Cool it down on the inside for those guys, but also help out a little bit, make this scene go by quick. It does look like they had the Z load, which, sorry about you boys. It's got to be running low on water. All right, you see some hose line on this ladder 1, 2, 3. So they've got to have a little bit of water on that. It's in Tulsa. So it's also nighttime. I know I should have talked about this, a couple minutes back. It's nighttime, so what's going to be what could possibly be inside? It could be mom and dad, and they went out to the bar, they got real drunk. They're passed out. They don't even know. The smoke inhalation kind of caused them to go into a deeper sleep. And now that they're still in bed sleeping, you're inside fighting fire in their house, you know what I'm saying? But, remember, is day or nighttime, people's schedules change. Do you have cars in the driveway? Are the cars inside the garage? Do we have people coming up saying, hey, my kid's in there? Hey, if they say my baby's in there, their baby could be their dog. Their baby could be their cat. Their baby could be their pet bearded dragon. Ask specifically, okay, is it a child or is it, an animal? Still, if it's an animal, especially a dog, you want to get the dog out. Scene lights are also it gets kind of dark in there. Yeah, fire causes heat and light, but also you want to get some scene lights. Light this house up. You probably have a light. You might have a light tower on top of your truck. You might have box lights. You might have just a regular generator that you can turn on and flip a little portable one that has got lights on it. Or you even got your scene lights on your truck too. Light this whole place up. Got to be about on E. I hear it fluctuating when they're opening it up. There it is. And then now he's getting water. You can hear it. There it goes. Yep, see, there it is. Listen to your pump, man. Listen to your pump. It's going to tell you what it needs. Just go out there. If you're not normal, if you don't know normally what sounds it makes, go out there and start flowing a little bit of water. Get that tank to drop down to, about the last 100 gallons and just keep flowing. And then have them shut the line off, turn it on, let it strain, let it not strain. You'll hear water coming into it. Then you hear the pump you hear it like kind of de-escalate the sound down. That's because it's got water coming in now. It's got that pressure. So then it's not going to be working as hard. So just stuff to, get rid, listen to that sound. That way when you're doing something, you can listen to your pump from a little bit of a distance. It just makes us better. So it seems like now they're just knocking out hotter spots. They're about done. Overhaul. Okay, so as a driver, we get to this point of the fire, right? Once you start seeing the fire going out, you've already thrown your ladders, you already have your scene lighting, you already have your water supply before that, obviously, and you got your lines set out and you got your pressures correct, right? Something else that you can start doing is tossing out SCBA bottles that are full. You pull those off your truck, pull them off another truck first, and then toss them out into the yard. Once your guys come out, take care of your men, right? They come out, you have a bottle of water ready for them to go, or Gatorade, or body armor drink, whatever, sparkling ice, I don't care. Something ready for them to drink. They just did some work. They're going to be thirsty, guys or gals. So have a drink ready for them. If they don't want it, they don't want it. Set it down next to them. You go ahead and you switch out their bottle. I know it kind of sounds stupid, but let's talk about this stuff. It makes it easier on them. Our job's to make it easier for them. Switch out their bottle. You take their old bottle, toss that or roll that off to the side away from the scene, because we don't want somebody else grabbing it, because somebody that might not be paying attention fully might grab that bottle and not really pay attention to, hey, it's already wet. It's already pretty dirty. They're going to go ahead and put that on somebody else's, and they may not check their regulator to see where they're at, right? Or their device. So get that stuff ready to go. Also, for overhaul, toss out your tarps. Go to your truck, go to either your ladder or go to your engine. If you've got tarps on there, go ahead and get them placed up there. These people in their houses, man, like they've got stuff inside that they cherish, that they love. They got pictures of loved ones that have passed and that we'll never get pictures of them again. They've also got stuff like things that they keep memories in. So like they'll have, trinkets, they'll have cabinets, they'll have couches, stuff like that they want to keep because it's part of the family, because it's in the lineage. So things to think about just to protect their stuff too, because the smoke and water damage is going to do a lot, and so will the smoke. But also us tearing down the ceilings and the walls is going to do a lot of damage too. They're out here high-fiving. Good job, Tim. All right. So that's the end of this, guys. Thank you so much for checking this out, making it all the way through here. Please, if you guys have any ideas of things that I could do and improve on, or things that I missed, please notify me down in the comments. Things that you do as a driver operator on your scenes that make it easier for your guys and for yourself, please share those. Let's all get better together. That's what we're here for, right? So thank you so much. I hope that you guys get to tune in for the next video that I do, and stay safe and God bless you.